And a zebra. I don't know why. And he Bradley Baker. Is he back?
Yes, he is.
Oh,
He is.
okay.
And smaller.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, we got this. I know, I'm so happy. Good to see you too. All right. Those are some of the weird snacks that I tried.
Wow, those are crazy.
They look crunchy. I'm something for crunchy. Yeah. All right. Well, also.
Where would you like to see?
Fancy.
Okay. That's what you were called. That's my Vanessa.
Hi there. Taylor's coming.
Taylor's just.
This is the VIP side. There we go.
Where is Ezra? I smell you. He does very distinct smell. You see him running around giving stuff he loves.
And I'm not kidding. Yeah.
It takes a second to connect.
Hello. 1, 2. No, I don't think it's on, buddy. But honestly, if you get hungry later today, come to my little station. Make sure you're all right. Because I can't stand it if you have low blood sugar. It just makes me crazy.
So we're talking Jackson.
This is live space bombing. I asked him, you need anything? And he's like, no. You know how when your mom dies, you're like, no. So bionic space bomb.
Blue milk and the lagoon. Nobody knew that.
It's Mary.
Oh, I know. We love her.
Price. Isn't Mary Elizabeth amazing?
Yeah, nice.
Shout out to Mary.
I love her and miss her.
I know.
I'm cheating on her
Oh.
right now.
Oh, okay. No, by the way.
I love the face. It's like, oh, awkward.
It's like, don't get me in trouble.
No, it's just like she's gonna kill me. No, but Blum Studios. Take a minute to tell people about Blum Studios because I've had so many people ask me about voiceover, and I'm sending over to Steve. But please, if you, of course, if you go over to, good luck with the line, but no, but if you just say I want the cast information, Gwen, who is the gorgeous of all
That's Gwen.
wonderfulness, love, you can get on the mailing list, and if you want to learn how to do voiceover, I highly recommend Blue Box Studios. So there you go.
Yes, and Vanessa was one of my guest teachers. I bring you the best, the best, the best. And she
It was hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I ended up getting a box job in the middle of the class. So I was like, you guys, come into the booth with me. And so they came in the booth, and you guys couldn't hear Fox. I'm like, okay, you know,
Yeah.
because
Lots more intensity.
yeah. And then coming up next, blah, blah, blah. And then we went on with our class.
It was great, yes. So you saw a live person doing a live promo in real time. It was amazing.
But stuff like that happens all the time in his classes. So
Yeah.
please go see Gwen at their booth. And there's Gwen.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're interested in voice acting, we have a free master class. It's about an hour long. And I would highly recommend you guys checking that out at BlueBoxStudios.com. And I didn't want to teach, but I kind of felt like I had to because so many people come up to our tables and say,
Right.
how do I get into voice acting? And I would always refer them to Dees.
That's what I
You'll be
say.
here in a minute.
Yeah.
His site is iwannabeavoiceactor.com.
Also great.
It's also great. And his site is completely free. We do have a subscription service for ours because we do bring in live teachers and I have a whole staff to pay. But we bring in the best, the best, the best.
Yeah, you really learn, and sometimes you'll learn in real time while
Yeah.
someone's actually doing a job. So you really get an inside look at the whole thing. Hi, Soka. Hi, you look great. Thank you.
You do look amazing. Wow.
Stand up, stand up, stand up. You look amazing.
Wow.
If you hear us here, stand up. Let us see.
Are there any steps here?
Oh my gosh.
Are there any steps here? No, it's too hard.
I just saw Grogu. Is that baby Grogu? Look.
Baby, baby. You're adorable.
So adorable.
Please tell me you don't eat frogs.
Oh.
Should we just start?
Yeah, let's just go ahead and
Yeah.
start.
Yeah, let's go.
And then when the others come in, Huntsville, give it up to the cast of Star Wars Rebels!
I love this. Taylor brings a whole bag of goodies for you guys. You can just fish through it. Just open it up. You can just take whatever you want.
So the way this is going to work, I'm going to ask a couple of questions to our guests, and then I'm going to leave it up to you guys for the rest of the questions. So go ahead and start thinking about what you're going to ask this wonderful cast of Star Wars Rebels!
Extra points if we've never heard the question before.
I'm going to try to answer the ones that people's already heard before, so let's try it that way. So you think you were in Clone Wars, so you probably heard about the project first. How do you all hear about the Rebels project, the audition process? How did it come into your lap?
I didn't audition for Rebels.
Right.
I just kind of bumped into Dave Filoni and said, come over here, I gotta tell you something. His name Rex man. That didn't sound like Dave Filoni.
No, it wasn't.
It's a really flattering impression. We'll never be hired again.
I'll call Sam to get into it.
Yes, I'll say.
Yeah, so he whispered in my ear, and I was thrilled beyond recognition to hear they're bringing a few clones back.
How did the rest of you find out about the project?
A lot of begging. Lots and lots of begging. I auditioned at home, and I didn't know what it was. When they sent us the sides for it, there was nothing that indicated that it was Star Wars. And
Yeah, it was called Wolf.
it was called Wolf, and I was auditioning for a guard or something.
I thought it was the Jungle Book. People can read from Mowgli. I told my roommate, yo, I'm reading from Mowgli. And then I was like, I think I'm gonna book Mowgli. I was just like, where's Baloo? That's hilarious.
Were you disappointed?
No, is that Miss Baloo? Yeah, I thought of the Rebels as a translation of the Jungle Book. That's an interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Keep playing.
Wolf. And I thought, oh, it's a cute little family program about wolves. But it also had references to a lightsaber and the cause. And being the Star Wars nerd that I am, I was like, use the Force. So I imbued it with my own Star Wars whatever. But if I see anything that looks like Tales of anything Joseph Campbell, anything like that, I'm like, oh, I'll just use Star Wars. But I don't know what this is, but I know Star Wars. And in this case, it actually panned out for me.
Well, I didn't realize it was Star Wars until much, much later. So we've been in for most of us had to do callbacks. He didn't, of course.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was about Star Wars until second season.
Well,
Mike shows up here like, oh.
I didn't realize this. I was actually at the Transformers convention in England when I found out.
Yes, you beamed in
I
there.
beat in for that. Yeah, and I'm looking at the script, and I was so busy at the convention, it didn't even dawn on me that it was actually Star Wars until I was in the booth.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the script, and I see Stormtroopers, and I'm Stormtroopers.
We were doing the shorts, right?
Yeah.
And they hadn't cast Ezra yet. It was me, Tia, and Freddie. Talk about intimidating.
Oh my God.
It's like, what? And I didn't get my script before.
Yep.
So I did a cold read. I was like, wow, it's been a really good day. It's probably my last day. Because I didn't get to prepare it at all. And then you being there, I was like, Steve, is that nice? And then you came to the next session. So yeah.
I did my short by myself
Exactly. They
because I was doing Jungle.
And they obviously did. But, yeah.
Is this the first time that there's been a Rebels get together on a stage? Or maybe it's the first time I've been on. Because I don't think I've been with you guys on the stage for Rebels before.
No.
Since.
No.
But that's before the show came out.
Oh, celebration.
Celebration, Star Wars Celebration, or
Yeah.
maybe Star Wars Weekends, something like that.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's something like that.
But-
I don't know.
but that's-
It was so long ago. You were drunk.
As opposed to what?
Yeah.
Like James Arnold Taylor moderating and Dave Filoni and blah, 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 then we don't really get to talk about this stuff. It's different.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a different narrative, but yeah,
Yes.
welcome to our world.
Well, I remember when I first looked at Dee and I were in the room together, and he came up to me and he said, "Your life is about to change," because he'd been working on Star Wars for so long. He was right. It did. It was amazing.
Yeah.
The Star Wars family is global, and you guys are amazing.
So February marked the 6th anniversary of Kanan's passing, and this year,
You can thank my wife for that. She killed me.
what Rebels did that no other show I've ever seen, especially cartoon shows have done, was give it an episode to mourn. There's a whole Doom is a whole episode about mourning.
Yeah.
I would like you guys to reflect about that and talk about a little bit about that. Just how do you
I'll say one thing. Dave sat us down and let us know that Kanan was gonna die, and that was not exactly a fun session. But what he said was, I put this deliberately in the middle of the season so that not only will the fans be able to heal, but we will heal as a chosen family through it together. And I thought that was interesting because usually, stuff like that happens at the end of the season, but he did it in the middle so that we could all collectively learn that we can heal through anything together.
Yes, in Star Wars, these things do happen.
Too soon. So we're going to open up to the audience. So audience questions, I'll call you out, or we have a microphone somewhere in the back, I thought.
Special question.
Ahsoka, raise your hand first. Use the force.
Hi.
So my big questions are, what is your favorite line from Rebels? And D, your favorite line is Rex and is the Bad Batch?
Job enough.
I was not the feel that my fists on that thing. I think it was a pork caravas.
We have hope. Hope that things will get better, and they will.
Why did we have to follow orders? And my book experience outweighs everything.
Thank you.
Right to the microphone.
Just a microphone.
Hello, youngling.
Hi.
Rex, how did you feel whenever he came back in the walker? I forget the name of the episode.
How did I feel when I came back in the walker? I'm
Yeah,
not using a walker yet, am I? I know I made it to Huntsville, but I don't think I'm using a walker yet.
like the little baby.
Like the what?
Like the 18th. I forget.
Ah,
They cleared
yeah, in 1818.
Oh.
I'm like, yeah, I like this.
I'll never forget at Celebration that year when they showed that scene with you coming back and the entire room exploded with joy. Everyone was so happy.
Yeah, it was great to see Rex and those clones, who we just saw in Bad Batch, actually.
Yeah.
Gregor and Wolf and Rex were all in the same place at the same time, and like,
Tell me how during the Juba thing when I was Juba mate.
yes, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And laughing about it, saying to the Jubas, why do I have to be the Juba bait?
You're fine. You're fine, nigga.
They taste barely.
Okay, first of all, thank you for doing Rebels, and you're all very good at that, and I've seen you let me go many times before. But my question is mostly for Steve, but also for Vanessa and Taylor. What was it like seeing yourself in live action, and what did you think? Steve just sort of was showed up as a background, it's a cameo. We hope to have seen him in Ahsoka, but no. But you just talk about seeing your character and like,
Well, I'll tell you what it was like to see Steve's character. I think it was about 2 in the morning. Luckily, he's in Hawaii, so it's much earlier there. But I screamed so loud when I saw your character that my neighbors thought I had just been murdered. I went, Steve, no. And I grabbed my phone. I was like, oh my God, what? Tell me that's you. Tell me that's you. Please tell me that's you. Because like, it could have been any old Lasad. I mean, it could have. I don't know, but I'm like, that's pretty dead on Steve. And it was you. And I just laughed at it. What time it was like 1 billion o'clock in Los Angeles, but I texted and you just like, yes, that actually happened. I was like, ah. But when they told me that it was Mary Elizabeth Winstead who was playing Hera, I went, because I love her. I love her so much. I love her work, and I watched her forever and ever. And I was like, first of all, she's married to Obi-Wan. I'm like, please, come on, dude. And second of all, she's just an incredible, brilliant actress, and I'm so deeply grateful. But because if it was someone who didn't care, that would break my heart. And I mean, of all the people I lived with, when Tracy Canobio told me, I was like, oh, we're good. Yeah. So
We do care.
we do care. We do care. Yeah.
And I squealed like an 8-year-old little girl. It was off-putting. I think I hurt Mary's ears.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I just couldn't believe they let me do it.
I was so happy.
Oh, me too. But I asked Dave, so do I get to come back and feature things? He goes, no, you have no idea how expensive it is. I just want to do that as a favor to you, so enjoy the moment. He always does that. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to end up in featuring things. I hope so. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
So I'll leave you on.
Yeah, I think it's great. Anything that carries on any of these characters is cool. It's cool that people care about these characters enough to continue seeing them in future stories. I don't have a Disney Plus account, so I need to catch up.
well, that's okay. Jason Hines has never seen Rebels the last time I saw him, so don't worry about it.
It's very gratifying, by the way, to experience the kind of fan connection and love of this show. Because, I mean, when this show was originally launching, it wasn't right out of the gate clear that this was going to work and it was going to feel right. Because George Lucas was no longer at the helm and steering the show. And now this was a Disney show, which operated under a more corporate creative engine, shall we say. And that's a very different kind of creative process. And so there was a very big question as to, will this feel right? Will this be right? Will this be Star Wars even? And I think, I mean, the answer is a resounding yes. But initially when it started out, it wasn't, at least from my perspective, it wasn't clear. It's like, how's this going to be received and how is this going to go? So it's really gratifying now to see the enthusiasm that still remains in this wonderful show.
Hi, this question is going to be for all of you guys, but is there anything that you would like to bring to real life from the Star Wars universe, and why is it chocolate?
Could we shut the door back there? It's hard to hear what's being said.
Yeah.
Is it possible?
There's no monitor real life. Why would it be chopper?
Say again.
Could you say
Yeah,
that?
if there's one thing from the Star Wars universe that you could bring to real life, what would it be, and why is it Chopper?
Menudos. I want to see some menudo. I want to grow them.
I would bring the Pergo. That's so funny when you first said it. I thought it was saying, and why is it Java?
I wouldn't mind having a chopper.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be great. That would be great. And, you know, just like a handy house cat droid.
It's not going to be the closest chat ever.
I want to give a shout out to Bo-Katan in the back.
Oh,
Bless.
nice.
You look amazing.
You take off and fly across the room.
I know, yeah.
I'd want to bring Tauntauns into our world. run all over the Arctic as the rest of the world melts. And we'd ride around on them. I think that'd be awesome.
So with Dave Filoni being like famously secretive, did he make you guys wait until like the live action characters came in, or did he actually tell you where you guys ended up?
We had a handful of conversations. I knew that.
Sort of, we didn't know specifics, really. I think we got the call like right when the trailers dropped specifically, as a heads up. Yeah. Yeah.
He usually doesn't give us a heads up about anything.
Yeah.
Even when we were recording the last episodes of Rebels, he would send us in one at a time with just our lines.
I had a baby and I didn't know. And I'm like, there's a lot of math and algebra that goes into that, keep it at that level, but like, wouldn't I have been privy to some of that?
Listen, I had a baby, nobody knows.
I didn't like it.
Excitement.
We still don't know who carried it.
Alice.
All right, hey guys, thanks for
Welcome, Harry.
my question is for Dee specifically. So you obviously voice many different clone troopers that have their own personalities and such. What's the kind of process you went through making each one of those clone troopers be unique? And do you ever just mix up in your head, like in the recording?
The keeping the clones to separate people starts with the script, and we make sure once we start the script to kind of notate the tone and maybe even the storytelling purpose of each of the clones, so that can be clear. And then if I need to, I can make notes of the script, like back when I do like a clone heavy episode. I might have like a little sign that I would make next to their name, just so I would trigger an image that would evoke that personality. Because to me, they're different people. That's really the key. They're each presented with a specificity of an individual human person. And so it was a little bit more of an effort at the very beginning, a little more confusing, but usually we could keep on track. It just got quicker and more flowing as we went. And then by the time we got to Bad Batch, it's just go straight through the scene and just talk at them all because they're very, very different people. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hey.
We can get names for you.
Hi.
Hi.
I grew up, I'm so, but my dad and I would always sit down and watch Rebels and Clone Wars and all that. And I just want to say, you guys are so amazing. Especially you.
Hey, you part man.
Is it okay to have two questions? I have two.
Sure.
Okay. My first question is, what is your character's like star sign, zodiac sign?
Would you say 3 points for a question never asked? I've never heard this. That's amazing. Virgo?
I'm gonna say Aries, Pisces, cusp. Yeah.
I just said what mine was.
Taurus.
Taurus. I'm a Taurus.
Oh, excellent. So am I.
Yes. We'll go with that.
Or something explosive remarks.
My second question is for you specifically. What have you done with Ted? We all want to know. What have you done with Ted?
Well, I have done nothing with Ted. Ted resides with me, but you must ask a right. Alas, I am no right.
Thank you so much.
Hi guys, sorry, this is gonna be a lot of people in the room.
Somebody took my question, so I have to think of something else pretty quick.
Well,
Specifically,
you don't have to. You can just get out of bond. I can just tell them this.
But he dressed for the occasion.
my question is specifically for you, Dee. What was it like going from doing a lot of creature characters to going to, voicing 200,000 units with a million more on the way? Well, this was really unexpected. This is not something I ever would have imagined that I would be cast in or that I had the capacity to do. And it's one of the wonderful things about being a voice actor is that you kind of start as an entertainer or an actor or performer with this kind of default form of what you do that works. And you have the opportunity as a voice actor with the variety of things that come your way to start seeing that there's more to that than you originally thought. And then as your mind changes to see that you have more in you than you imagined, then you start to creatively stretch and your career can start to go in different directions that are unexpected for you and unexpected to others as well. And so I was very lucky to have that ball come over the plate and to be able to hit it and here we are now. But it's a wonderful aspect of voice acting in general, is that you get to try things sometimes that's beyond what you believe you have within you, and to bring that to life is such joyous fun. It's just wonderful.
And you can learn more about that at iwanttobeavoiceactor.com.
That's right. If you're interested in voice acting, I have a website called iwanttobeavoiceactor.com, and it's all free and everything that I've learned about being a voice actor and an actor and a creative entrepreneur. And if you're interested, it's there. Shameless plug.
I have one saying.
Hey, I'm Connor, and I love all of y'all, and Rex was one of my favorite childhood heroes. And I have a question for you, Dee. What was your favorite alien to voice in Ben 10? And can you do an impression?
I think my favorite was Echo. Because it's calling home involved in alien.
You can do a lot with an inhale. You can do all kinds of things with an inhale. Bring down a photo.
Factoid, I am your character from Ben 10 when Gwen clicks on the watch.
What?
I think you're little cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edison! That's kind of hot.
Yes, question.
My name is Vanessa, I have a quick question. What do you think her first initial reaction was when she found out she was pregnant?
How did that happen?
Just to say I'm glad that wasn't said.
I mean, I don't know if you've heard the story that in the what was this, the finale, we were all together at the theater and it was this big premiere and I hadn't eaten dinner, lunch. Well, and I was eating a protein bar before it ended, thinking I better eat now. I didn't know they had live cameras watching everyone, so I'm like taking a bite and looking at you, Taylor, right?
Yeah, you almost broke my arm.
Like, well, I was like, that's her kid, and I'm going like, and I'm not sure if I think it's a gift that you can actually find is like a picture of me in the dark. And it's really great. But anyway, I feel that Herod also would have been like, whoa. I don't know, maybe she was more aware of how that happened and don't better.
Second question for Taylor. What do you think Ezra's initial reaction is going to be when he gets to meet Jason? Do you think he's gonna take him on as like a little?
Oh yeah, right? For sure. Everything that Kaden put me through, you know. When it was time to
I'm just saying.
We're doing a podcast here.
I don't bring back tech, I'm gonna cry all over again, so please, let's just fingers crossed.
If only it were up to me.
Hi.
Hi.
This question's for everybody. Was there anything throughout the series that you learned via your characters? Like they were going through something really difficult and through that process you realized, oh, I learned something here. Like this actually stuck with me and I'm gonna keep it with the rest of my life.
I know I did. Harold was always so wrapped up in the cause, and I too am very wrapped up in the work I do. I love what I do, and I get very busy, and sometimes I don't make time to let my parents know that they matter. When Kanan passed away, and Harold went through all that, saying I thought we had more time. It made me realize in my own life that it absolutely is paramount to let people know that they matter and to take that time. And possibly to have a little more work-life balance. Harold was pretty tightly wound on the Rebel Alliance cause, and I know she learned a lot in losing Kanan that she wished she had taken that time. So that I learned from that.
It kind of restored my hope in redemption, I think, in so many ways, and in so many parts of the show. But particularly for me and Callus and Zebra on that movie. Yeah. And just to see two guys who have had such a sordid, awful, broken past, and they're able to resolve that together, like Enemy Mine style. That's pretty amazing. And it came at a really important time in history for me to just sort of restore my hope in people, because I started giving up hope because people were being so awful to each other. And so those kinds of moments really do stick, and I think are very effective.
I think it changed my mind of where I thought Star Wars would go, and how it just keeps coming at you, and that, like in the case of clones, for instance, I never ever thought that we would see clones again. I thought we were done after that they shut down that show and they smashed the creative pipeline, as Dave said. But to have them come back like that, it's like, okay, well, the writers on this can go in lots of different directions. They can go forward in time, sideways, they can go backwards, they can go off to different angles. So it's a very plastic universe where expectations can be modified. It's not just done necessarily.
I can let you know we all are very happy the clones were back.
When I was growing up, I was the same age as Ezra, and I would tell Dave and the writers often, some of the things he says, I say in my daily life. So it's a testament to the writing. Like, what is it to be a person, and how do we develop into a good person? Sometimes taking the easier route or the dark route, I'd rather do. But the high road is important, and I don't know, through Ezra, I saw so much in what it's like to try and find yourself. And I think a lot of people, when I have conversations at the table, connected with that in some way.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. I'm just glad you're calling me something.
Yeah, well.
Hello, everybody. My name's Jeremy. I love Star Wars, Rebels, and Bad Batch. I can't tell which is best. Both of them are just amazing. I've seen them several times. I think my question is for both of you guys in the middle. What would it be like to see Rector and Zeb on an adventure?
I think we should hear it.
You can navigate this ship, so I'm just going to blow things up.
As long as you're all right with me doing it with my feet. That's the way I drive ships.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to wash.
I don't wash either.
I think this is going to be a fun trip for you and me.
I think we're going to get along.
We're going to make up a mess out of See that show?
My name's Carson, and I grew up watching Rebels. It was the first Star Wars I was actually ever introduced to, and it means a lot to me. And I think these characters that you guys voice mean a lot to other people, and I'm sure you guys have been told a million times that you have changed people's lives. And I guess with that being said, I'm wondering, what are you guys most proud of when you come to these cons and people walk up to you? Is it the voice acting? Is it what you've done for people? Is what, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I know, I love it when fathers come up to me and say, I'm so grateful for the two strong female characters of Hera and Sabine. They said I was finally able to get my action figure collection out of the closet and show it to my daughters. And I wrote an article for Star Wars Insider magazine about all the letters I got from fathers who were able to share Star Wars with their daughters. And I just thought that was a really wonderful way to create family time and bonding. And also, you know, once you're a Star Wars fan, it never dies. I mean, if you get married, maybe you have to put the toys away. but with Rebels, yeah, no, if it's the right person, you have to stay in the room. But it really meant a lot to me to see fathers get closer to their daughters, and for daughters to have such wonderful, you know, roles to look up to and model themselves after, especially Sabine. I love Sabine.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know if pride is the right word, but because it's such a collaborative process, so I feel uncomfortable taking credit for anything when somebody says, you know, I changed their childhood or whatever in some sense. But what I do notice, especially in the Star Wars community, is multiple generations watching these shows together. And it brings families together in a way that I don't know that, you know, any other thing could have. So many people told me that they just couldn't connect with other family members until their Star Wars show, whatever that was for them, came along, and the family actually sat together on the couch and watched these things and healed some stuff. And again, that brings me hope for you know, the future, that programming like this actually has enough substance they can really bring people together, and they talk about it afterward, and they talk about the Joseph Campbell, you know, the hero's journey, and the familial relationships that exist in Star Wars that are so strong and so well developed that it actually gives them context to talk about their own stuff that's happening and relate to it. So to be part of anything like that is an amazing thing. It's humbling.
It's really wonderful to see how all the different versions of this, and they're all wonderful, but it's most affecting, I think, the people that have adversity in their life, whether they're an outsider or they went through a family illness or a sickness or a death, or they come back from Iraq and they get PTSD, but they have real challenges that they're working through, and that they lock into these shows with these characters and what they're going through, and that it feels like it helps them with that. That's really, for me, the most gratifying, is to feel that this is helping to heal people, helping to bring them together, and helping them to get through a rough patch, or just to deal with being an outsider, or someone who's different, or someone who's not, you know, the middle of the road like everybody else is. And that's very much, it's just, it really speaks to the human condition in all its broad spectrum. And that's just, it's a wonderful thing to see, to have that affirmed as we do these conventions, you know, throughout the entire thing. It's wonderful.
And I actually want to say, I'm sorry, I'm a little emotional. I mean, like I said, you guys were the first Star Wars I was introduced to, but Ezra was actually the first character that kind of made me not feel like an outsider. Actually, there were just certain lessons that he went through, and you know, Kanan acting as a father figure, just really, you know, watching it now as a, you know, almost 20-year-old, I'm kind of like, wow. I mean, I had no idea as a kid what that would mean to me now. So
amazing, really cool. Yeah, I mean, there's not too much more for me to add. Piggyback on what everyone has said, like meeting fans and getting sentiments like that, that is kind of everything. But it, kind of what Steve was saying, it's just so cool, shows or things that bring families together. And I thought, oh, it's a cartoon, it's gonna be a lot of younger people, but it's the exact opposite. There are even more people have been with Star Wars since '77. Like we brought our families into it, and it's like I don't like the Lakers because I like the Lakers. I like the Lakers because my dad wanted to watch it. You know what I mean? And that is what is cool. And so when I hear families come up and they're like, "This was the thing that we would do Wednesday night," that is really cool to me because I have that with my family or my friends or whatever that might be, and that's a really special thing to me.
Thank you so much, guys.
Kathy, that's our time. All right, we got one more thing, but that's our time. So that's all for questions.
All right, y'all. So here's the deal. I want to invite you to play Sabak. My friends are in the Outer Rim Sabak League. Remember they made us members of the Outer Rim Sabak League? I'm going to call, they're in the ballroom 1 right over there. And here's the thing. If you go to my website, hey, Brett, okay, so I'm going to tell them to go to my website, VanessaMarshall.com. They go down to the bottom, go to either the Twitch or the YouTube. They'll find either the Cantina or the Outer Rim Sabak League information, correct? Okay, so what we do is we play Sabak together online. So remember I said earlier that I want to have more work-life balance and I want to let people know that they matter? If you want to hang out and come play some Sabak with us, come find me or I'll give you more information later in the day. But these are my lovely friends. I met them in Nashville and we all are Star Wars family and we hang out and play Sabak together. You're more than welcome to join, Jen, okay? Everyone's there playing right now, right, Brett? Oh, okay then. Well, we're about to end the panel here, but I just wanted to introduce them to you. Sure. You know what's so they're okay, cool. I'll send them over. I love you. Talk to you later. Okay, bye now. Anyway, so they're in the room next door. I think I heard them go, hi. It's literally the ballroom right out here. But anyway, please let you know that you matter. And come have fun and just make that time to just play. All right, y'all? Love you.
Thank you guys for coming.
And it goes to you.
Thank you. I think they want to take a picture of you guys.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. Cool. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me just get them real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, and the reason I wanted to say that. Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for being here.
Great.
Thanks for representing. Thank you.
I'll be back to go off in minutes.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. So, this is very awesome.
Thank you.
No, this is my last one for the weekend.
It's great. Take it apart and face.
Almost on the roof on top.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, yeah.
All my feelings.
Thank you. So who wants to take a picture?
The organ, they were like, wait till they stay. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Give me 1 second, just give me 1 second. And I'm gonna go find, no, I'll let you go.
It's my Chewie inspired costume. You look great. I love you. You look great. Yeah.
Remember you in Nashville? Okay.
In Nashville, yeah.
And remember Freddie couldn't come? And so they
Yeah.
put Freddie on a stick.
Filming it.
And we have pictures of you flipping him off.
Yeah, we had to stand. We were sending him pictures of us flipping him off.
Yeah.
As you should, right?
Yeah, he loved it.
Steve, we met you right
And Mary
before
was
the world
one-
shut down in Birmingham when COVID hit.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was like the last big con that everybody really did. It was right before COVID shut down.
That
Yeah.
was, wow.
Yeah, it was February 2020. It was Comic-Con in Birmingham.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Because we came and saw you like the
Friday night, like we got there right as you were leaving and you sat and talked music with my kids for.
Oh, nice.
So we'll be by to see you tomorrow. probably.
The kids are coming too?
Well, one of the kids is in college and isn't coming, but I've got a policy have signed.
Okay.
It's
Well, that's a
like
good
he's
reason not to
still,
come.
yeah.
Glad he
Still
came.
loves,
Appreciate it.
Cowboy Bebop, but they really got into Samurai Champloo. Is Champloo after? Yeah, after.
Twice.
I don't know. Come on. Yeah.
We're just standing here.
What's the lights on?
Ready. All right.
Like, feel like I was a stormtrooper.
I know.
1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Nice, thank you. I know, I tried.
Well, thanks.
Yeah. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you. Thank you.
So good to see you.
Good to say, I'm here. I gotta leave, so.